Hello guys, welcome to the Trading Parrot. We know that we currently have a lot of volume underneath the price, at least much more than to the upside. And what that means is that it's too tempting for the market maker to just let go all this beef that there is served on the table. We're looking at the liquidity accumulated in the past 3 months on high block capital. Starting from 22.6, there's a massive liquidity chunk around there, the largest in the last 3 months, followed by 25.4. Both of them are definitely attracting like a magnet the price. We've been talking about the 31K that is accumulating more and more at the top. But if we look closely to the 1 month, we're going to find that we are right next to a massive amount of liquidity accumulated in the past month. So I think that is almost impossible to let that go. This chunk starts from 28 and it should cascade liquidating until 26.9. There's some vacuum in between, but then it starts again from 25.7 all the way to 25. This area here is located around 23K. If during this weekend the market maker decides to go down, there's a lot to take. If it decided that it's more attractive to pump the price during the weekend, remember weekends are very difficult to anticipate, it could go straight for the 31.3K. But if we went to 31K, will that last or will that be an excellent exit? Let's look at some facts during this video and I'm going to show you precisely what you need to make that decision. Interestingly, the fear and greed index has moved down from 60 something. Now we are right in the middle, 50, which is neutral. The whole week has sold out with a few exceptions, like for example, OKB, the token from the exchange OKX, that is 13% up. Internet Computer and Silica are doing pretty well as well. But the rest of the tokens are almost all in red. Dollar index is threatening with forming this double bottom right here. This is an early double bottom formation because we're pretty much closing the week with a green candle. It's not an engulfing candle, but it's threatening to complete the double bottom. If it completes that and breaks out, it will have a target of 110, 111. That will be definitely bad for the market. And as we've been saying for a few days, we have precisely the opposite in the S&P. We have a double top with a small red candle there, again threatening to dump straight to a target of 34. Of course, it needs to complete the pattern first and it needs to break out. But we're going to be keeping an eye on this formation for the rest of next week. In the rest of the video, I'm going to show you a bunch of different indicators and things that are going to help us navigate what can happen during the weekend, during the next week, and in the long term as well. If you're going to trade Bitcoin, consider trading on OKX. We have links in the description with discounts and bonus. We have up to 10K in mystery boxes, 20% off in discounts in trading fees, and you can even get a full TTP subscription for free if you are trading on OKX and using the instructions that you can find in the description. Don't forget to have a look in the description at all the offers and different things that are my favorite services in the crypto industry. Since we have so much liquidity to the downside, nothing is guaranteed, but let's have a look at the potential targets. We have this trend line that we have respected since around September 22. So it's impossible to ignore that even in March, we were still respecting this trend line. So when this price comes around 27.2, it should react in some way. That is a massive level to note in this chart. Then we have the level of the 25K that coincides as well with some liquidity that we have around here. That was the top around August 22nd and February in this year. If we don't hold the trend line and we finally break it, we might come down straight to 25K. The daily RSI hasn't reset. We are still below this trend line and we are falling just like a free falling knife. it seems like, as I am recording, we might lose the support of the 27.9. I'm really impressed because I introduced this signal a week ago and it printed a sell on the 12th of April. I was completely ignoring it, but it's already almost 8% in profit. And the previous signals were on the 10th of March, which was this bottom. This one, that was the bottom of the whole bear market so far. We have here a move of 16%, 56, 56. And then we have the sell signals around here, all of them doing pretty well. So here we got only one sell signal. This signal is available to all observers, but if you subscribe this channel, I'll let you know as soon as I know that there is any other signal. I'm currently waiting for a buy signal. If I know it, I'm gonna post it first on Twitter. During this week, we mentioned that Super Guppy made a buy signal, and right after that, we are getting a bearish engulfing candle. So the question is, what happened in the previous bull market when we got the same buy signal? Let's have a look. During the gray area that follows the red area, same as in this cycle, we had a buy signal, and that was during this green candle. We have a couple of candles that were losing momentum, and then we have a red candle that came to the third level of the ribbon. So if that played out again, this should stop around 27.5 because that's the third level of the ribbon. Remember, the past performance doesn't guarantee the future one, but I'm just curious to know what will it do if it keeps repeating the behavior of the previous bear market. This is the RSI 1 hour. And I was looking for the RSI 1 hour to reset first, followed by the 4 hour and the 1 day. You can see that the RSI 1 hour is doing a move on this direction, which is pointing towards a possible reset. If the RSI builds a structure like this in the 1 hour, we could say that this was a reset and that we are building the structure to have a bounce to the upside. Right now, the RSI keeps coming down, so we need to really monitor very closely what happens when the RSI comes and visits this level. The only reason I use the 1 hour is to give me an early poke in the shoulder to tell me, hey, we might slow down there and that might be a potential re-entry. So what's going on right now with the Lux Algo indicators? The oscillator premium, we say that we are looking for a reset. Every time we get a reset like this one here, this one there, we get a big bottom formation, at least in the past months. And right now, it seems like we are building a structure that could be a reset. This chart is in the 4 hour. Be aware that this might go even lower than the previous reset. So we need to wait for this to fully form, to close the 4 hour candle, and we need to see how it reacts. Is this followed by a move in green to the upside? Is it a big move to the downside first? All of that needs to be taken in consideration to gain some confidence. Fair value gaps, we have one above at 28.4, and we have massive liquidity starting from 26.5 to 25. Which is pretty much coinciding with what we are seeing in high block capital. Price action concepts from Lux Algo is pointing out at the breakdown of this trend line. Pretty cool that it's drawing all these things live. Yesterday we were talking about the CME gap. We were saying that it's got a very high likelihood of getting filled, and this is what happened today. It got filled and we carry on going down. Now the bad news is that we have still another CME gap below. It starts from 20k to 21. Unfortunately, we had one in January and we filled it. So is it gonna repeat the story? Are we gonna go from the top to 21k and fill it? Are we gonna fill it partially only? Or are we just going to ignore it and go to the CME gap at the top of 36k? That's to be seen. But all I can tell you is that CME gaps have higher than 90% chances of getting filled. Do not use this as a financial advice. We might never fill it. The CME gap is located around 20 to 21k, and at 22.5 we have all this liquidity accumulated in the past 6 months. So you see, there are at least 2 reasons for market maker to go to those areas. Nothing guaranteed, but it's important that you take note of these things and don't assume that we are just going to go up. I hope, guys, you are enjoying these videos, all the information that I'm gathering almost every day for you. If you do, please hit the like, subscribe to the channel, and remember, the best thing that you can do for this channel is to leave a comment. See you in the next one. Bye bye.